Greetings, fellow mystery enthusiasts. Today we delve into the chilling and compelling world of unsolved murders. These are the cases that have confounded, intrigued, and haunted us for years, even decades. They are the mysteries that linger in the shadows of our collective consciousness, the enigmatic tales that refuse to be forgotten. Unsolved murders are more than just stories. They are pieces of history that have left indelible marks on our society. They have sparked countless investigations, fueled true crime literature and cinema, and ignited public fascination with their eerie allure. Yet they are also stark reminders of the imperfections of our justice system, of the heartbreaking reality that not every crime sees its perpetrator brought to justice. Every unsolved murder carries with it a unique yet equally captivating narrative. From the enigmatic circumstances surrounding the crime, the elusive clues left behind, to the countless theories that emerge in the aftermath, these cases continue to captivate our imaginations. They make us question, theorize, and yearn for answers that may never come. But why are we so drawn to these unsolved murders? Is it the thrill of the unknown, the lure of the unsolvable puzzle, or the human need to make sense of the senseless? Perhaps it's all of these and more. In the end, what truly compels us is the eternal quest for truth, the relentless pursuit of justice, and the enduring hope that one day these mysteries will be solved. As we dive into this world of unsolved murders, we'll explore the circumstances, the theories, and the lasting impact of some of the most infamous cases in history. From the early cases that set the stage for modern crime investigation, to the mid-20th century mysteries that continue to baffle investigators, and the recent unresolved cases that are still fresh in our minds. So, fasten your seatbelts. Prepare to immerse yourself in a world where fact is often stranger than fiction, where every clue is a potential key to unlocking the truth, and where every case is a chilling reminder of the mysteries that continue to elude us. Join us as we journey through time, exploring some of the most infamous unsolved murders in history. Our journey begins in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a time when forensics was in its infancy. The world was not yet equipped with the arsenal of modern investigative tools that we take for granted today. In this era, some unsolved murders left an indelible mark on history. Take, for instance, the infamous case of Jack the Ripper. In the darkened alleys of London's Whitechapel district, Jack the Ripper claimed the lives of at least 5 women. Despite extensive investigations, the authorities were never able to unmask this elusive killer. His identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the annals of crime. On the other side of the Atlantic, in the early 20th century, the city of New Orleans was terrorized by a sinister figure known as the Axeman. This malevolent entity broke into homes under the cover of night, leaving a trail of unsolved murders in his wake. The Axeman's reign of terror ended as abruptly as it began, leaving behind a city in fear and a mystery that continues to baffle us. These cases, among others, were investigated using the limited forensic technology of the time. Blood typing, fingerprint analysis, and rudimentary pathology were all in their nascent stages. Without the benefit of DNA testing, surveillance cameras, or reliable databases, investigators often found themselves hitting a wall. These early cases set a chilling precedent for the unsolved murders that were to follow. They served as stark reminders of the limitations of human knowledge and technology, and the daunting task faced by those who dare to seek justice in the face of such profound mystery. As we move into the mid-20th century, the mysteries only deepen. This era was marked by a surge in unsolved murder cases that continue to baffle investigators even today. 2 such cases that stand out are the Black Dahlia and the Zodiac Killer. The Black Dahlia case is one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. In January 1947, the body of a young woman, later identified as Elizabeth Short, was found brutally murdered in Los Angeles. Despite the high-profile nature of the case and an exhaustive investigation, the killer was never found. Similarly, the Zodiac Killer, who terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s and early 70s, remains unidentified. This mysterious figure claimed responsibility for several murders through chilling letters sent to local newspapers. The letters included cryptograms, only some of which have been solved. the Zodiac killer's identity remains a mystery despite the case receiving widespread media attention and extensive investigative resources. The mid-20th century was also a time of significant advancements in forensic technology. Fingerprint analysis became more refined, and new techniques for analyzing blood and hair samples were developed. However, these advancements were not enough to solve these complex cases. The limitations of forensic technology during this era were glaringly apparent. DNA profiling, a tool that is crucial in modern investigations, was not available. Moreover, the lack of a centralized database made it difficult to link cases or identify patterns. Despite these advancements in technology, the Black Dahlia and Zodiac killer cases remain unsolved, leaving us with more questions than answers. These mysteries serve as a stark reminder of the complexity of criminal investigations and the challenges that investigators faced during the mid-20th century. They underscore the fact that even with technological progress, some mysteries remain just that, mysteries. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, unsolved murders continue to baffle investigators. We've seen no shortage of perplexing cases in recent years, with some leaving even the most seasoned detectives scratching their heads. One such case is that of the original Night Stalker. This unidentified serial killer terrorized the residents of California from the late 70s to the mid-80s. Despite the numerous clues left behind and the meticulous investigations that followed, the identity of this cold-blooded murderer remains unknown. Another haunting mystery is the Long Island serial killer. Operating along the south shore of Long Island, New York, the killer is believed to have taken the lives of 10 to 16 people over a span of 20 years. The victims, most of whom were associated with the sex trade, were found buried along the Ocean Parkway. Decades later, the case remains open, and the killer has yet to be brought to justice. While these cases remain unsolved, it's not due to a lack of effort or resources. In fact, the advancements in forensic technology have been nothing short of remarkable. DNA profiling, fingerprint analysis, and even digital forensics have become powerful tools in the hands of investigators. Yet, these technologies also pose new challenges. For instance, the sheer volume of digital data can be overwhelming, and not all evidence can provide clear-cut answers. Moreover, the perpetrators themselves have become more cunning, often staying one step ahead of the law. They leave fewer traces, use technology to their advantage, and exploit the loopholes in the system. These recent cases remind us that even with modern technology, there are still mysteries that remain unsolved. From the eerie silence of the past to the baffling mysteries of the present, unsolved murders continue to captivate us. Throughout this exploration, we've delved into the depths of history, examining cases that, despite the passage of time, remain shrouded in mystery. We have journeyed from the fog-filled streets of Victorian London, where Jack the Ripper once prowled, to the sun-drenched boulevards of Hollywood, where the Black Dahlia case continues to baffle investigators. We've followed the trail of the Zodiac killer, whose cryptic messages still remain undeciphered, and pondered over the perplexing circumstances surrounding the infamous Hinterkaifeck murders. Each case we've discussed, though unique, shares a common thread: a murderer who slipped through the grasp of justice and left behind a mystery that has not been solved. These unsolved murders have not only sparked our imaginations, but they've also challenged our understanding of human behavior and the limits of forensic science. But why does this fascination persist? Perhaps it's the thrill of the unknown, the allure of a puzzle begging to be solved. Or perhaps it's the hope that one day justice will finally be served. As technology advances and new methods of investigation emerge, there's always the possibility that these cold cases may one day be solved. This world of unsolved murders is vast and complex, and we've only just scratched the surface. Each case is a reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world and the stories waiting to be told. So keep your detective hat on and continue to question, to investigate, to explore. Because the answers we seek may be just around the corner, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the chilling world of unsolved murders. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and share with other mystery enthusiasts. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. Before we conclude, let's dive deeper into the chilling abyss of unsolved murders. Here, we present to you the top 10 mystery murders that have left investigators puzzled and mystery enthusiasts like us intrigued. First on our list is the case of JonBenet Ramsey, a child beauty queen whose murder in her own home on Christmas night continues to baffle investigators. Next, we explore the murder of Jill Dando, a renowned British television presenter, shot dead on her doorstep in broad daylight. Third, we delve into the assassination of Olof Palme, the Swedish Prime Minister, whose killer remains at large despite the incident happening in a crowded street. Then, we turn our attention to the world of hip-hop with the murders of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. Both were gunned down in their prime, and despite numerous theories, their killers have never been found. Our list continues with the murder of Bob Crane, a popular American actor whose life was brutally ended in his apartment. We revisit the murder of Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, whose gruesome death continues to captivate our imaginations. Next, we examine the murder of Marilyn Shepard, a case that inspired the movie The Fugitive, but unlike the film, her killer remains unknown. We also delve into the murder of Georgette Bauerdorf, a socialite found dead in her luxurious Hollywood apartment. Lastly, we look at the murder of the Grimes sisters, a chilling case of two teenage girls who disappeared after watching an Elvis movie and were later found dead. These cases continue to intrigue us as they remain unsolved and the murderers have never been brought to justice. Each story is a chilling reminder that even in our modern world, mysteries remain, waiting to be solved. As we delve deeper into these cases in our future videos, remember, you too can play a part in solving these mysteries. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and who knows, you might just crack a case that has stumped detectives for decades. Until then, keep exploring.